Basically, I'm discussing how you get a New York State security guard license for unarmed guards. It's quite easy. One, you have to be at least 18 years of age or older. You have to be an American citizen of the United States, of course, and you cannot have a criminal record. So if you have these 3 qualifications, then you could become a licensed guard in New York State. Now, what you need next is an 8-hour training class. The 8-hour training class you gotta take at a licensed state school, not just any school that says, oh, we could teach class. It has to be licensed by New York State. Below in the description, there's a link that has the listing of all the schools, the ones with revoked license, and then the legit ones. And look for the one that's nearest you that you could take. The other thing you do is you make some phone calls, ask them how much it is. But basically all you need is a 8-hour training class. The next thing you gotta do is get fingerprinted. Fingerprinting, basically they scan your fingerprints and it goes to the FBI to make sure you don't have a criminal record. Okay, they're gonna give you a receipt. This is very important. You gotta hold on to that receipt. Then you need to fill out the application. They're gonna ask you, whatever information you need. It's like filling out a driver's license. Same thing. It's done by New York State Bureau of License. You could download that. I put the link below, so you go there and download the application. Also, sometimes the school will give you a copy of the application. They gave me one as part, paying for the class, and they also gave me a list of where to get fingerprinted. Also, the next thing you gotta do is mail it out. You gotta mail out your copies of your certificates, copy of the fingerprint receipt, and fill out the application. And I think it's like, when I paid, I think it was like $36 or something. So make sure you make copies. Don't ever send the originals. Then the other thing you gotta do is once you mail it out, within 2 weeks, you're gonna get this UID number, right? You're gonna call up, they'll tell you what to do, you get an UID number. With that number, you can start searching for a security guard job. After you get hired, it's 16-hour on-the-job training. So once you get hired, they give you 90 days, New York State, after you get your license, to take the 16-hour class, which is divided up into 2 8-hour classes. And then from there, the licensed school will be able to send that to New York State, a licensing bureau, that you took the classes, and therefore you fulfill the requirement that you need to be a security guard, as long as you go to a licensed school by New York State. Basically, that's it. And then when you get your physical license, that takes about 4 to 5 weeks, maybe less if you're lucky. Now, once you get your license, congratulations, you've become a licensed New York State security guard. Welcome to hell. A word of caution about the security guard schools, on the ones licensed by New York State. How they make their money is by selling classes. When you go there to do your 8-hour training, they're gonna tell you, oh, you need the 16-hour class. It is true somewhat, but they're not telling you the exact truth. Basically, it's a 16-hour on-the-job training. You don't need that class to get your license. The other class that they're gonna try to sell you on too is fire guard. If they try to sell you on that, save your money. You don't need it to get a security guard license. This is one of the biggest misconceptions that a lot of people do, and they pay for it. I hope the information is helpful. I'm also going to do a couple more videos about security guard. One of them I'm going to bring up is when you get hired by a company, there are things that they don't tell you, but I'm going to tell you in the next video. Also, in another video, it'll feature Machine Gun Security's top guard, Sandra. She eagerly volunteered to do the citizen's arrest video. She basically will play the suspect while I demonstrate on how to check for contraband on them. This will be a very educational and helpful video. I hope the information was helpful, and all I can tell you is I wish you good luck and good job hunting, and be careful and always do your research.